we are going to plate it up and enjoy a beautiful bowl of Bryan's Buitoni. How about that? Buitoni is Bryan's Buitoni. We don't play that. What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Flaky Biscuit. Today we are making the nostalgic meal for Gianmarco Soresi, which is Buitoni, the beef flavor kind with marinara sauce, all right? And I did some research. Seems the beef flavored Buitoni ravioli is a beef and ricotta filling, all right? So I'm gonna be making for y'all fresh pasta from scratch, the beef and ricotta filling, and a little fresh tomato sauce. So let's get flaky with it. Let's get cooking. All right, so the first thing that we gotta do is make our pasta. All right, I'm using a little bit of whole grain flour, 00 flour, and some eggs, all right? The general rule of thumb when you're making pasta is 100 grams of flour for 1 egg, all right? You can weigh your eggs if you want. They're usually 50 grams. I like to make sure I get large or extra large eggs. You know, I like to get eggy. All right, so we have our flour here. We're gonna make a little well. So we're gonna use a fork to gently whisk our eggs in the middle so the flour slowly incorporates, all right? All right, so we're gonna get started with this. There we go. There we go, nice and smooth. You can see it's becoming creamy, all right? It's becoming creamy right there. And now you're seeing more flour get incorporated, and you can use your hands to slowly incorporate the flour. All right, and as you can see, it's getting a little thicker. Because I use a little whole grain flour, I'm gonna add some olive oil for extra moisture within the dough. All right, just like that. So as you can see right now, I'm kneading just with my fingertips while I continue to incorporate. There we go, now it's coming together. We're gonna knead with our palm. We're pushing out. Beautiful. You wanna knead until the dough is smooth. It shouldn't be breaking apart so much. If your dough is breaking apart, add a little more olive oil to it. Now you can see our dough, it's perfectly smooth. We're gonna let this dough rest at least 30 minutes, ideally an hour. And in the time that the dough is resting, we're gonna start making our tomato sauce and the filling. All right, so now it's time to make our marinara sauce or our tomato sauce. I like to use whole plum tomatoes that are from a can, no problem. Just get a good brand, a good quality. And we're just gonna crush them up in a bowl with some salt. And we're gonna start crushing. All right, just like that. Beautiful. All right, now that the tomatoes are crushed, we're gonna let them simmer on the stove in a saucepan. We gotta add basil, don't we? Yes! We must add some basil to the sauce, actually. Just a couple whole leaves of basil so that oil and flavor can cook into the sauce, all right? And now we're gonna bring it over to the stove and let it simmer. Now that our sauce is simmering on the stove, it's time to make our filling. We have very simple cooked ground beef, just salt, pepper, seared very quickly, just enough to where it's cooked. And we're gonna fold in ricotta, and we're gonna fold in a little bit of minced basil. These are beautiful proportions that we've got here. Look at that. Very nice filling here. We wanna chill it in the fridge until it's time to scoop it onto our dough, because our dough is ready to roll out. All right, cut our dough into fourths. We only want 1 piece here. We're gonna add some semolina to our work surface. We're gonna add some regular flour to the work surface. And we're gonna take our rolling pin. You already know what it is. It's your boy. It's your boy. Don't play with me. We're gonna roll our dough out until it's very, very thin. All right. And what I like to do when I'm rolling pasta dough is, you know, even with these that have the handle, I like to use my hands to put pressure on the dough. All right. Just like the machines, those are 2 rolling pins that are operated by a machine, so there's a lot of pressure. We want to try to recreate that. Or should I say just like a nonna, you know what I'm saying? The old school, they do it like that and it comes out thin. So the key is thin dough. You don't want thick pasta dough, remember, as it boils, it's gonna expand. So for the ravioli, we want to thin it out. All right, here we go. Look at that. Nice and thin. All right. Can I see you? Sort of. I can kind of see you there. I want to get a little bit thinner. All right. All right. It's go time. I don't know why I did that. Maybe it's just, you know, it's pasta vibes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's go time. So let's make ravioli. All right, you see how it's kind of rounded? We're just gonna simply square the dough out with our knife here. And don't worry about these extras. We're gonna use, you can use those to make, you could boil them to make some linguine or something, you know what I'm saying? All right, boom. Now we have this perfect, nice little rectangle, and we're gonna fill it. So we're gonna use about a teaspoon for each one. I'm gonna grab some of our chilled filling. You can use a little ice cream scoop. Obviously that would be easier, but you know, if you don't have one, simple kitchen tools will do. We're gonna add that there. You wanna leave a little bit of space from the edge so that the filling doesn't explode out of the ravioli. So we're gonna do one in the middle as well, and do one right here. Now, there's two ways that you can do this, all right? You can fold this over, you can cut it down the middle, which is what I like to do, and then overlay. All right, and then from there, use your hands to kind of cup the filling, press it down. There we go. Yep. All right, and then we're gonna cut into squares. Now, you know, you might be thinking, yo, B, what about those fancy little things with the ridges that people use in the videos and make it all perfect? Well, I ain't got one of them. So we're gonna use a fork, okay? So we're gonna cut our 3 ravioli here, and then we're gonna use a fork to press down and create that familiar ravioli look, all right? Absolutely beautiful, as you can see. Look at that. I did it so good, the filling didn't come out, so must be authentic. All right, I can hear the water boiling, so it's time to get our raviolis into the boiling water. You only wanna cook them for about 1 minute, maybe 2. I'm gonna go straight in with the hands here. All right, sliding right in, boom. Boom, boom. Our sauce has been simmering here, looking nice and beautiful. So, while the raviolis are cooking, I'm gonna clean up over here and we're gonna plate. All right, y'all, it's time to plate up our beautiful ravioli. We have our nicely simmered salsa sauce. You know, in Italian, it is salsa, so I'm not really saying it wrong. We have our sauce here and our beautifully cooked ravioli. What I love about this dish is that it's so simple and so delicious. And we're going to add our salsa to it, all right? We're gonna add our sauce, all right? I like to have my tomato sauce chunky. You can see the fresh basil in there as well. We're gonna finish with our Parmigiano Reggiano. Beautiful. There we have it, our beautiful ravioli, ready to go. All right, we going in, and I'm gonna go right into the middle because I want to get some. I want that filling. Oh yeah, get that with the sauce and the basil. Yeah, just like that. That's what I call the perfect bite. Make sure y'all check out the episode to see what Gianmarco thought of his nostalgic meal, or my rendition of it. Very funny episode. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss out. Absolutely delicious. That's bringing me back to the Buitoni days. Because I used to throw down Buitoni too. All right? So should you. Recipes on Shondaland.com. Don't miss out. I'm about to go enjoy my dinner.